2 and 1. What's up, guys? I'm BZB,
I'm Adrian.
I'm Danae.
and this is But
Actually,
Decent.
the
the
podcast.
podcast.
Well, we are three millennials talking about whatever is on our mind.
Just
I
talking
like
about
that.
shit.
That is
Oh,
so
hey,
good. What's
What's
up,
up?
everybody? What's up? Thank y'all for coming for another episode. And if this is your first episode, welcome. This is if you coming back, welcome back, huh? And follow us on Instagram at ButActuallyDecentPod, YouTube, Pod and Color, TikTok, But Actually Decent, Facebook, But Actually Decent, the podcast, and Spotify, But Actually Decent, the podcast. Phew. All right. So how y'all doing? Y'all good?
Dang, that's wrong.
I'm awesome.
Yeah. How was y'all weekend?
Yeah.
Nay, how was your weekend?
I was with y'all fools on Saturday. We had a good
Oh yeah,
time.
that's right. I forgot.
We
And I
hung
don't
out.
know. I don't know if I told you.
No.
Inside joke, guys. I kept telling her because her Chipotle bowls were so good, and I was just like, I don't know if I told you these bowls were so good, and that was the running joke for the whole night. But
He legit said
they
it
were
20 times.
amazing. They were so good. I ain't never had a homemade Chipotle bowl like that, man. She needs to quit her job and become a chef. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think there's a market for Chipotle bowls. I think they got it sold up already.
I don't know, sister.
But-
I don't know, queen.
Sunday, I was like, man, I wouldn't mind another little bowl.
That's all I'm saying. I left too quick.
Yeah.
I should have
Right.
brought my foil or something.
And I took
Yeah.
one with me and
You-
ate
you
it that
took
night.
some.
I got,
And I don't know what I was
little
thinking
piece.
because you should have took some too. I don't know.
That's all
But
good.
yeah, Saturday, I did not. Adrian, you'd be proud because usually in them kind of events, you know how I am, run around like a chicken with my head cut out.
Mhm.
I was not. I got my groceries the night before. I did some stuff that morning. Laid down, took me a nap so I could be fresh when y'all got there. And I was. We had fun. What we do?
We
We
had a great
watch
time.
TV.
Mhm.
We watch a little Zeus. We watch Never Met.
Which is a great show. I need to get to episode 3. Man.
You in my house, we gonna watch some Zeus. And
Yeah.
took some shots, and everybody. Yeah, had a good old time. And then Sunday, I was resting in the morning time, and then in the evening, I went to Shop Talk, which one of our friends, Rachel and Simeon. Do he got a special name? The Barber. I feel like everybody know him.
Real deal.
Real deal.
Yeah.
Hosted at Simeon's shop, his barbershop. And it was a great collective of Black folk talking about partnerships and a lot of different contexts and context. And
Context.
Context.
right. And I just enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the next ones. And y'all coming with me.
Yes.
It was really fun.
Yes. They're
That's
both
cool.
amazing. They're both
Hey.
amazing. Amazing.
Hey, what about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend, as Danae said, Saturday we hung out. That was a highlight of my weekend.
Oh no.
Lame. Friday. Did I do anything Friday? Oh, my I call her my cooster. Came over and we had oh, I gotta post that video. She bought some Chick-fil-A, so she didn't give me nothing because she said she couldn't add them to whatever. I got a video of me eating her food all night and she don't know about it. But I didn't eat all of it. But I was getting like fries here and there, or like chicken nuggets here and there. But we hung out Friday. It was such a good time. And she came over. We were like doing hookah and just like talking and laughing. And then Saturday we hung out. And Sunday, what did I do Sunday? Not too much. I went and got a haircut finally. And yeah, I think that was it. So pretty chill weekend. Pretty chill. with the ups of us kicking it, and then my little cousin, I seen him on FaceTime yesterday. He grabbed the phone. And he was like, "It just made me so happy.
Oh,
I miss Levy so much." But that was my weekend. That was mine. B, what was you doing?
yeah. Saturday was a lot of fun with my peoples, the people on this podcast. It was a great time. Then Sunday, I played at the church house, and then we was just getting ready for the week. So really chill weekend. Sometimes you need those, you know.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of weekends, we said that when we got together, we was gonna practice the slide today. I just thought about that. So now we gotta have a dance
I
party.
think I may have practiced the slide once y'all left.
We gotta have a dance
lit
now.
with no with no music on. The music was in your head.
Exactly. Putting up dishes.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
But no, we didn't. But that just means we got to put it on the agenda for the next one.
Yeah.
Hello.
Next one's at 8's house.
8. That Trey.
I got a couch now, so come on over. Come on over. Yes, but good. Everybody had great weekends.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's beautiful. We talked about our weekends. We can get into our segments. Nay, what you mad about? Tell the people.
Yeah. So Sunday. Sunday, like I said, I started the day out in horizontal position. I was intentional around cleaning up on Saturday night, so I wouldn't feel like I needed to get up and, do stuff. So I'm laying around, and I don't care. I'm a woman. I'm on my cycle. And y'all, whatever. So I needed some stuff.
What we do?
No, y'all, I feel like both of y'all know it from different angles. You got
exactly.
wife, you got sisters,
right.
whatever.
Exactly.
And so I needed to order me some things. And I ordered just Uber Eats. You can go to a convenience store. First off, it was a man. So I was just like, thank the Lord that there are photos, right? All you gotta do is match up the photo. Then as I look more, it say he on a bike.
Double homicide.
You are not on a bike, sir, because you just moved from 55th to 71st in 7 minutes. You're not on a bike.
Unless he hustling.
He would have been he would have been drenched by the time he got here. Whatever.
That's also true.
So he, they can tell you like if something's not available or if there's another option. He ain't do none of that. I feel like he just got in the aisle and was like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do this," and just grabbed whatever, and that's what he got from me, right? So like, I didn't even get notification that the items were wrong until after he had checked out.
Wow.
So now I'm like watching this person that's supposedly on a bike. So double homicide, triple homicide. It said he only got 6 deliveries. So I'm like, oh no,
he just started.
He just started. So
he just started today.
Right. He started today. He started this morning.
Right.
So I'm looking out the window as he pulling up or whatever. I see him get out of the car, and it was like a little kid. He literally took my stuff, threw it across the thing, and like got back in his car. I'm like, dang, you can't even ring the bell. Like, what are you? You don't have no sisters. Like, and I don't know, maybe that's just his delivery style because he only on number 6. But I just feel like he did not want to put his hands on them tampons. And my thing is, bro, grow up. Like, come on. Like, if that's the worst, I don't know. Like, maybe it is the worst that he will have to pick up doing Uber Eats or something. But so I still need it. And
I've done some Uber Eats. In some of them areas you go to,
it's worse stuff out there.
Anytime you walk up to a house and you wonder, that's not his auntie.
Right.
Who is this lady in this sexy dress?
Right. That is his lady for the night. Okay.
Right. I was like, lady. You know what? Here go your Chinese food, sir.
That is not my business.
But it's none of my business. But he low down for doing stuff like that.
It was just crazy watching him throw it over there because I'm like,
oh, did you report him?
You ain't even. I did not report him because he was only on his 6th delivery.
So what?
I don't want to mess the back man up. I don't
Send
want
it
to
to
do
me.
it.
Send it to me. Send it to me.
He said, "I will."
I
Right.
it ain't even about messing him up. You gotta learn.
He gave me
Yeah.
nothing. He gave me nothing I asked for. He went from the Walgreens on 55th in Lake Park all the way up Stony somewhere else to come back to where I live, which is down the street
And
from
why don't you want to
55th.
report him again?
I be trying to do right by my people, even when they don't do right by me. But
Um,
I
We need a
I'm
part 2 on
mad
black
about it.
businesses.
yeah, because
I'm
yeah,
mad about it.
and you should be. And if you want to report it, just send it to me. I don't care. I don't live by that creed. If you wrong, you wrong. I don't care what color you are.
And because he was so wrong, I still ended up having to go to the store. And
Oh,
that
Oh hell no, nah, Danae.
that really pissed me off.
Send me his information.
So yeah, I'm mad about it. I'm
Oh.
glad I got everything I need, whatever. You try not to be having first world problems. I know truly that is a first world problem.
yeah. But if you need
But
your stuff, you need your stuff.
I
Hello.
need my stuff.
That
Run me
hello.
my stuff.
and
The
you
correct
need
stuff.
yeah.
Especially then. And you paying for it. You paying a more of a premium because it's Uber Eats anyway. Or you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Delivery fee and everything else.
Right, exactly. No,
But
that's a
you
fact.
don't want to.
So I'm mad about it.
As you
Fix it.
should be. As you should be.
You
Hey,
know
what you got for
Agent
us?
talking about you ain't that mad.
You ain't that mad.
You just up
You
here
ain't
talking
that
about
mad. You just talking. You ain't really mad.
it.
No, you're
It's
right.
easy to report somebody. But so fix it, Mr. Uber driver, man. Please fix it because that's the thing.
Black man.
And I'm saying that because I was doing Uber Eats and I know it's the importance of being a good Uber Eats delivery person. So
Yeah. Take
fix it,
pride in
Mr.
what you do.
Yes. Speaking of taking pride, something I wanted to just suggest to our listeners and you guys, the importance of making up your bed. A lot of times we have it from like being a kid, and it's like, oh, you got to make your bed up, but like
Ooh.
there's like research that suggests that people who make their beds regularly are more likely to report like better sleep quality. And I feel like that's true. My thing is, it's not about the quality; it's the quantity for me because I just don't be going to sleep on time. But when I do, I be in it, and I'm gonna make my bed. I make my bed up every morning, but it's also just me. I know y'all in different situations, but but
This gonna be a clip. I don't care if it go out to the public. This gonna be a clip for my
Gonna be
home.
a clip for me.
Okay.
but it's a thing, and then I also read somewhere that starting your day with making your bed establishes a sense of like discipline. Because you figure you taking the time and realistically it don't take you that long to make your bed up, or at least it shouldn't.
It don't.
And I don't think I'm helping my make your bed.
No.
You say, and I'm done. And I'm
Yeah,
done. Make
because
your bed and I'm done.
she gonna be like, and I know that. My bad.
No, you're right.
My bad. But no, but we legit have to make our beds, and there was something that said a tidy bedroom, including a well-made bed, can create a more calming and relaxing space. And like you have the day over, and then you go in the room and the bed's not made. You don't want to go to sleep.
Turn your
Like
camera off. Just turn your camera off at this point.
Then they listen. I have
just
no bell
want a
money.
megaphone.
I have no bell money, so.
No,
like
but it does. It does.
Yeah.
It's a part of you said it all. Discipline. Getting up and just doing that one thing is and having a routine around your space is important. And then it feels good when you're finally able to get in bed at the end of the night to not have to be shifting shit around and trying to find your perfect spot. No.
And if you're in a season where maybe your bed looks a little different and you might be spending the night over somebody's house, so you may have like an air mattress. If that's your jam, the rules still apply.
Yeah.
Rules still apply. Like don't just because you're in that position, don't just leave it. Like put it up, because when I was on my air mattress, I was putting creases in it because I knew that when it came time for me to go to bed that night, like I wanted that. So let's make our beds, y'all. Let's do a better job at making our beds, our couch, our whatever season you're in. Like, yes, all the things. let's make your bed.
And if
Let's
you
have
one
a,
of them people that sleep the sheets off the bed, you really need to make your bed.
yeah,
I'm
Dang,
sorry.
sleep the
I just had
sheets
to get that
off.
off. You
yeah,
sleep, you know what sleeping the sheets off
yeah.
is.
That's some real
That's
sleep.
some good sleep, but make your bed.
That's
I
that
don't
real.
know if that's some good sleep because that I don't know.
That's some hard sleep.
Yeah, hard sleep ain't always good sleep.
And
So
maybe it's tossing and turning.
Yeah, true.
yeah, and I feel like that
Yeah.
that
That's
creates
not
a
always good
swag.
sleep.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Mm-mm.
true.
But moral
It's
of the
not peaceful
story:
rest. Make your bed.
make your beds. Make your
Mm-hmm.
beds. Let's just try it. Let's see how we feel. If that's never been a thing, try it this week. By the time you listen to this, up until the weekend, and see it if you have any difference. I
Yeah.
venture to say you will, but let's make our beds, y'all. And that's my wellness tip.
Oh,
To
do
our
you use
listener.
like a bed spray?
You know he used a bed spray. Which
That-
one?
He got a
Actually,
night scent and a morning scent
that's
and a
the thing.
bathroom
So
scent
that's
and
the
a
part of moving that is frustrating
It's
me
320 cents.
because there was a time where I had a particular nighttime soap, oil, pillow spray, and like it's just a matter of me getting plates, all the things like that. Like I haven't been able to get those kind of things. But give me a little time. But there is a pillow mist that you put on your bed at nighttime, and then there's a pillow mist for the morning because you got all your whatever you have through the night that needs to absorb the odors and create a freshness for your bed. Like that, that'd be a thing for me. They really do. They really do. I don't have it right now, but I will be reporting back on it because I'm all about a room spray, pillow spray,
Yeah,
candle in the morning while I'm getting dressed. I'm all about it. I am all about it. I love it.
that's lovely.
I saw on TikTok they had the Baccarat Rouge like dupe. Y'all ever smelled Baccarat before?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time I smelled it, I said, "What is going on right now? What is going on?"
What is this tingly feeling I
I
feel?
said, "Hey,
I
yo,
feel
what
so
is?"
fuzzy inside.
I like stopped in my tracks. I said, "What is going on?"
Yeah, yeah.
And then I found out the price. I said, "Wow,
What is
well,
going on?
what is going on?"
Mm.
Marvin Gaye, what actually is going on? Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So here's to my segment. BZ offers wisdom.
Bow bow.
Bow bow. So just
You and
remember
these
if you
punches.
Right. I feel like I ain't even do nothing.
we got beef.
Right.
So just remember that if you are, unsure about a new venture, you're trying something new, a new skill or something, or you start a new job, anything new, and you feeling frustrated, you got a lot of self-doubt and imposter syndrome going on. Just remember it's because you're unfamiliar and not incapable. There's a difference. It's just because you don't know it, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like like, man, am I doing the right thing? You're doing the right thing. It's just new. That's all it is. You
Yeah,
just
it's
stick with it,
uncomfortable.
and yeah, it's uncomfortable. You stick with it,
Mhm.
and you're gonna be a pro in no time. And sometimes it take a minute, but that's okay though. That is okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Allow some grace for yourself
you have to. You have to.
because nobody
Um,
else gonna give it to you. I mean, the Lord,
yeah,
but
yeah.
he be rationing it out. Okay,
It's the rash in the water.
right.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
I just hope he don't run out. Don't run out on
Just
me,
don't run
please.
out, Jesus.
Please.
Woo. I need it. Sorry.
But you have
Did
been
it
like a
me?
church. You have been like a church mother tonight. I was gonna say when you was talking about the bed, it's like when you used to be in church and your mama was looking at you when the pastor was talking about good grades or something. Like,
Okay, can we talk
you need
about
to
it?
hear this. You
Okay,
him.
girl. You turn around.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's your problem now. You got that attitude. You need to listen to
Why he
him.
do that?
Yeah,
That's
that's so
funny.
funny.
Low
That's funny.
down. Low
Low
down.
down. All
So
right.
today, I'm the chef today. I don't have my chef hat. I'm cooking today. And today we're going to talk about Friday. So this beloved comedy that came out in the 90s. We love it so
On a
much.
better way.
I'm sure we've seen it a million times. But there are some really, really great life lessons in there, and I just want to talk about that. It's a lot of
Good.
different characters. Before we get into it, who's
Because
your
I'm
favorite?
mad. I'm mad. I am
Wait,
mad.
we passed that segment already.
Right,
You
I'm still mad.
So for anybody that doesn't know, and if you listen to this podcast and you don't know how the movie Friday goes, I got some questions, but that's okay. You can stay. And
Yeah, why are you here? But
yeah, who sent you? But you know, if you call yourself an ally and you don't, that's okay. Just sit down. We don't need you to speak right now. We need you to listen.
just
Okay.
listen.
So Friday is a comedy, kind of like a stoner comedy about two really good friends, and they just go throughout the day. He said, "Friends, where?" They just go throughout the day, and they have a very like eventful day, and they just basically try to stay alive. And it's a movie about love and family and in the hood and shenanigans and all of these things. So
All in a 24-hour period.
yeah,
That was
exactly.
one day we saw Craig get out the bed in the
Craig.
morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
Less
saw
than
him
that
go
was like
back
12
down.
hours.
Right.
Probably, yeah, something like that. 12, 15 hours, something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah. Okay, Adrian, I just feel like you just need to get this out. What's on your mind? I see it on your face.
So I watched, and this was before I even knew that we were going to discuss Friday. Like I just been like Netflixing, and so I saw Friday, and I was looking for something funny, and I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." And while watching it, I was like, I used to feel like every Craig got a Smokey, every Craig got a Smokey. Smokey did not have Craig back.
Yeah.
He got him caught up in some shit, and
He did.
No, he
said,
didn't.
Chew him, beat his ass.
I'm gonna go in the house and chill for a minute. And then, no, you're not. No,
and why do you feel like he didn't have his back?
Because I just feel like the way he got caught up in the whole thing with Big Worm. Like I get it. Craig, he hit the joint a couple of times, but Smokey, you know damn well you smoked all that weed.
Right.
And then you get Craig caught up in it. He already just lost his job.
He smoked just a little piece of joint with you.
A little piece of joint. He got woke up out of Jehovah's Witnesses. He went to go make some cereal. They ain't had no milk. His mama made a breakfast of a heart attack. His dad was in the bed. Like he had a long day, and then you get him caught up and get him shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He smoked a little bit of endo, even though it smelled like outdo.
Smell like outdo.
Yeah.
So I have a couple prompts that we could talk about. These are pretty interesting. So number one, violence isn't always the answer, or I really think they meant like fatal violence. Because
this was all we needed.
That's all we needed.
To live to fight another day. You think you're a man with that gun in your hand, don't you? I'm a man without it, man. Sorry. I apologize, B. I apologize. Go ahead.
This is an absolute classic, so it's bound to happen.
Yeah,
it's absolutely bound to happen. But yeah, it seemed like, especially in that time period, it seemed like crack epidemic from the late 80s and stuff like that. Gunplay was a lot more prevalent, and I feel like that was a great lesson that they put in there from John Witherspoon. To be talking about put the guns down. The late great RIP, BIP. Y'all know what BIP mean? Now I feel like you know what it mean.
I be seeing it.
Ball in Paradise.
Thanks.
I actually know.
Thank you. Oh, wow. I know that's right.
I don't want to flex.
Yeah, I think the moment of Craig going to grab his gun, his daddy coming in and seeing him, and like, say what you want, like, yeah, they were smoking weed in front of the house, but like he respected his mama and daddy. Like
he did.
When his daddy
Smokey didn't respect his mama.
He didn't, but she Joanne. Even when his daddy called him in to get him some ice, he like So that conversation, he, I guess he didn't listen to his daddy because he still took the gun anyway. He just didn't shoot it.
He right.
And he put his dukes up.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He did put his deuce up. Okay, so choosing your friends wisely. So, Adrian, I feel like you got something to say about this one. Do you feel like Craig chose Smokey as a, as a friend wisely?
I'm talking shit, but I really feel like it's just a matter of them growing up and just people taking different paths. They probably grew up as friends, and
Mm-hmm.
you just take different paths. And not that Smokey wasn't his friend, I guess. But I could see how it's like we grew up together, we played together, did now we're adults, and we just going different
Right.
kind of different paths or whatever. So I wouldn't say that he didn't choose them wisely. I just didn't like how he played it out. Me
Nate,
personally.
what you think?
Um, I'm trying to Google how old they were because I
I feel like they was
remember
like early
they was
20s or
like
something.
20, yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
So like
Couple
at that
years out of high
point,
school for real.
you're not really looking at people for like what they bring to your life. Like you are cool
Mm-hmm.
with people because of proximity. And so like
Mm-hmm.
clearly they live down the street from each other. Smokey didn't strike me as um, you know, he just was behaviorally challenged. Uh and so I feel like they was a good match because Craig seemed to have his head on straight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I don't know. Like it was an unfortunate situation that like was just they two paths crossing in a way that got them shot at multiple
Yeah.
times.
Multiple times.
Okay.
In that same 12-15 hour period. So,
Right.
okay, let me ask y'all, has it been what was the situation? You don't have to go into details, but where you like had a friend and you like, oh no, I can't be around this because this is too much drama around me,
Mm,
maybe a little bit older, most likely.
yeah. I ain't gonna say that one.
He
I
turned his camera off.
right, right. I could
Ah.
say that I have been in relationships.
Mhm.
He gone for real, romantic relationships. But also when I was young, there was one guy in particular I'm thinking of that we just I'm not gonna say unequally yoked because I wasn't even thinking that way. But we were on different trajectories, and there were a few things that happened that I
Mhm.
was just like, "Mm, I don't know if I should be with somebody who left a gun in my daddy car, or if I should be with
Mm.
somebody who coming to visit me on my college campus and he might be on the run. Stuff like that.
I
So
know.
yeah, we were not he was a looker though. He was a looker. Um, but there wasn't too much else going.
Do you ever think about like sometimes like if I would have stayed,
Oh
what
Jesus.
would have
Oh, I know exactly what happened. I probably would have been sitting here talking to y'all. No, I mean, it was so many signs, like I said, those few things, but also like other people would be telling me, like, niggas trying to kill him, right? I'm like, oh, are they? Yeah. Like, what did he do? They're like, you should not be driving around with him. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
I
that
am
is wild.
I
I
am in
watched this
dangerous
one.
territory.
Yeah, you see, I didn't even know it. I watched this one podcast. It's called Ian, some Ian Biggs. He did some time in jail, and so he's like this scrawny white dude. He was scamming people. So he got out. Now he got a podcast where he talks to people who were in jail and stuff. And so he had one guest who was an unassuming college student, didn't even know, and she was with this guy, and she ended up going to jail because of something he did.
See?
And she's like, I grew up in a great family. I did everything I was supposed to do. I still ended up in jail because I was so
Ooh,
choosing your
thank you,
friends or
Lord.
relation for now for real. Because choosing your
That's that
friends or
grace.
that's that grace.
Mm.
And choosing your friends and relationship wisely is so important because man, it could just have you, you could just be really strung out for real. Everybody that's, you know what I'm saying,
Literally.
on lower whack a draft,
Oh,
they
dang.
didn't want to be there though. Truly, they didn't want
You're
to be
right.
there.
You're
You
right.
know,
Now, see, I don't
um,
think I would have got strung out in that
n-
way, but I would have been
no,
strung out in like a
yeah,
just on the wrong path kind of way.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Hey, what you think about that? What you think about that for your life?
I don't know that I can honestly say that it was relationships where I was like we can't be friends as much as it's just that life had us on two different paths.
Mhm.
I can't think of anyone like even though if it was like oh we were cool and we just stopped hanging, wasn't so much that I hate you, but it's just we don't we don't do the same things or we don't have anything in common now or who I want to be is not, what's happening now, or whatever. So then we would kind of part ways, but the real ones they always make their way back.
Yeah.
So I don't really think I can say that I've had any friends. And then we won't I don't have no relationships, so we don't talk about that. Yeah, so no, I don't think I can if I would honestly say that. If I'm gonna take my emotions out the way and really look at situations, it wasn't nothing where it was like, you're bad for me. Like, no, we just went on different paths. And it's cool.
Yeah.
And if we
Yeah.
meet up later, cool. And if not, I wish you
I remember working with this one guy as far as videography is concerned, and I'm like, I think I was working with them for like a week. It was like a couple days out the week or whatever. And I'm just like, y'all do this every single night. I was like, this is not my life at all. I was like, this is not it. I'm like, I took
What was
my
they
kids in
doing?
the bed. We was out west a lot. And
Oh,
yeah, it was interesting. It was very interesting. A lot of models. It was very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. They,
I know.
you know
Okay.
these you know
I
these
know.
Instagram
I know.
videos and stuff like that, especially,
uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? They got to focus on the booty. You know what I'm saying? So they need
Yeah.
they need them girls around to get
Yeah.
their point across, even if it's just comedy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like,
Mhm.
that's not how I want to make my videography living. I was like, I
Right,
tuck
right.
my kids in the bed. I give my daughter baths like every night. So me
Yeah.
being out till 3-4 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, this ain't
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all just starting right now? Like,
Right.
Y'all
how
just starting at
it's
10
supposed to
o'clock
be?
p.m.
Yeah. I should have been in the bed.
Right. I think about I think it was Nicki Minaj. She had like an interview or something like that. But somebody was talking about her. It was like, yeah, she's in the studio from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Like, and that's it. Like Eminem, same thing. Very professional rappers. That's what they do.
Mhm.
And is we're not finna be in the studio at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, no,
No.
that's no. Yeah. Okay, another prompt. Handle your responsibilities, which is something that Smokey, I feel like, didn't really understand. He didn't understand how big of a responsibility it was to probably pay back Big Worm and not smoke up all of his stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
He needed $200.
All this over $200.
Okay.
But $200 at that point, that was
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I understand. I just don't understand when he smoked up $200 per worth of weed. You know what I'm saying? Like you were supposed to have approached that a little bit more gentler. Like if you knew that you weren't going to be making the money back,
I don't think he cared
maybe
about that.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
he was
obviously
worried about
not,
getting
but
high. Yeah.
Right.
I don't
two
know
hundred
that.
dollars in 1995 is the equivalent in about $420 today.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I understand. It just doesn't seem like a positive outlook on the entrepreneurship. Like you're not fulfilling your side of the promise.
Didn't I?
I can only look at things the way that I look at them.
That's true.
I hope
that
that's okay.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Thank you. Thank
But
you.
still,
Mm, yeah, it's the principality. It's the
Right.
principality.
that's it.
Yeah, so also another key point, a life lesson. Every action has its consequences, just like, every action has its consequences because you don't handle your responsibility, which is yeah, which is very true. Family has your back even when it doesn't seem like it. um what do you guys think about that?
Um,
I
in the
feel like that could
context
be a
of the
loaded that
movie,
could be a
yeah,
loaded question, right?
yeah.
You turn
In
this
the
camera off
context
again.
of the movie, I guess that would be Craig. He asked his mama, his daddy, his sister, uh, his girlfriend,
Hmm.
all for the money. Um, and did they ever get it? No. That's why he had to fight Debo. But like, so or no? How did they get the
Well,
money? Oh no! So when he beat up Debo,
he robbed him.
he took Smokey took the money out of his pocket.
Mm.
Yeah,
Because he almost got it when he climbed in that window, but Ezel came up the ladder.
yeah, and that's how Debo got the money. So ultimately, who paid for it? Stanley, because they stole it out his house.
Oh, they right.
Yeah.
They did go up in
They
the
stole
Stanley
it
house.
out of his house. Um, yeah, I think I'm just trying to think about the context of the movie again. His sister was not gonna give him the money. His daddy, he wanted the glory at the end, right? Like, it's
Right.
my son. Uh, what do you say? Put your dukes up. When he was walking back to the house, when he was like doing that with the sister.
So it's like, ugh, leave me
She's
alone.
like,
Ugh.
stop. That was Lavita Alizé Jenkins.
Lavita
Uh,
Alizé
nice.
getting her head done.
um, yeah, I guess it worked out for them in the end. Smokey Mama was not trying to give up nothing. She was barely giving up enough money for him to go to the store.
Make it
So she
enough.
wasn't gonna be no help.
No,
So did he ask Nia alone?
I don't think he did.
Nah, he ain't asked her.
He had a
No, he
personal house.
asked his
Joy.
girlfriend, Joy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Which, yeah, man, actors really be taking on some roles, and from the outside and looking in, it'd be like, okay, it wasn't that serious. Because in real life, she
Right.
said everybody's saying bye, Felicia, but who was going to say hi, Felicia? Who's going to say
Nobody.
that?
No
Who's
one.
It was
calling her
like,
in? Everybody's calling her
uh,
out.
yeah, right, yeah. Um, this one I found pretty interesting. Staying true to yourself, because Ezel said, and I quote, "I don't kill, I
I,
steal."
I still.
I don't
I don't.
see it. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I
how
mean,
I feel
yeah,
like
he
as millennials, how important do you feel like staying true to yourself is in this day and age?
I think the big part of it is knowing exactly who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can tell somebody to stay true to themselves, but if you don't know, then what are you staying true to?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's obviously the biggest part of it, but staying true to yourself, I can see both sides of it. And
Mm-hmm.
not that you have to go against what you believe or something like that, but then you should also maybe consider how someone else is talking, maybe, or someone else's point of view. And not to say that it changes how, but you can at least see where they're coming from. Where some people just like, it's only what I see, what I think, blah, blah, blah. But I think if you could be like, okay, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I can hear you. I got a conversation with another friend the other day, and they were like, you understand? I was like, I hear you.
Mm.
I don't agree, but I hear you. I hear what you're saying, and I see your point, but it don't make sense to me, kind of thing. But I was able to hear them or whatever. So I think yes, stay true to yourself for sure, but then also like don't totally shut somebody else out.
Hmm.
Maybe hear their point of view or whatever.
That's pretty interesting. Nate, what you think about that?
I think that staying true to yourself is probably the best advice anybody could be given, because trying to be something that you're not, or trying to be something that you're not ready for, or trying to emulate what you see other people, it's not many times that works out well. Of course, a broken clock is right twice a day. Sometimes that
Mhm.
will work out for you. But when I hear that, I hear like vagueness, right? So like if you know you have a good heart, um, trying to do things from that good heart will never hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like it will
Mm.
not um only you know how you feel inside about what you put out into the world, right? And so if you're putting out something that's not authentic to you, or it is um with some kind of hidden agenda, or with some kind of purpose that's not necessarily what's coming out of your mouth, or it will be bound to fail anyway. So like
Mhm.
being true to yourself is, I heard somebody say that, like, I think it was DMX. He said he trusts people to be who they are.
Mhm.
Um and so if you are still kind of wavering on who you are, of course that's natural. Like it takes time to figure out who you are. I think we all
Mhm.
are, we evolve over time. Um but it should be, you should be being true to yourself, not to other people.
Mm.
When you do that, that's when things get a little sticky from my vantage point.
Mhm. When you're trying to like be something you're not.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
look stupid. And I've looked stupid trying to be something, like that. I'm not speaking from nothing but experience and my own situation.
Mhm. Yeah. No, I understand that. It's also pretty interesting the people that seem to be like, I don't know, very successful, and they're like, no, this is the way that it's going to go, and then they be right. Like when it be paying off, it's like, oh wow, they really
Mhm.
knew what they was doing from jump. It seemed like, you know.
Yeah, so who do you think was not um true to themselves in the movie?
Mm, I think
Both of
all
y'all.
I think all the characters was pretty was pretty true to themselves. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see. uh, Yeah, yeah. No, I don't know. I
I
would like
don't
to
know
see
if I
why
think
Debo
Craig
was
was.
Debo.
Why?
I don't know if I think Craig was, because I feel like he was just in a situation where it was just that season in his life where life was life, and I don't think he really liked Joy. And to go from Joy to Debbie is a big jump. That says a lot.
Mhm.
I'm sure he didn't want to be living at his parents' house eating cereal with no milk. Like, I feel like he was just dealing with
Better put
situations
some
that he
water
just
on
had
that
to
damn shit.
better put some water on that damn shit. But I feel like he was just like kind of rolling with the punches of life. And not that I feel like he was being something that he was. I think he just had to deal with it. So it wasn't like
Mhm.
he's been, but he just had to like live through. Because like I said, even with, and I keep going back to Joy, she had his picture on her nightstand and another dude in the bed. Like
Yeah.
you don't want that. You don't want that.
It
He
That's
was
not
didn't
what
know.
it
that's
was a
not what you want.
situationship. Yeah. But like you said, you can't be true to yourself if you don't know. He was trying to
Yeah.
lie. That was the
I was
first
like,
time he had
he had a
smoked
lot
weed.
going on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He had a lot. He definitely had a lot going on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
think about it. He was trying to come up with $200. He had just went to go get his check.
Just went to go get
His
his
check was
check.
gone the same day.
That's crazy.
And how much was he paying his mom and them for rent? Because they ain't had no milk. And
They
I
didn't have
mean, no shade to the house, but you know,
around here. You gonna work? Gonna go to school?
first of the month, rent is due. You ain't got nothing on the table. You ain't got to worry about catching the dog. Dog, catching your ass.
so let me ask y'all a question. So
Last time.
when y'all saw that movie, how did it make you feel about like California? Because I feel like for a lot of people, that was their first like. It was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is what California is like.
Yeah, I remember being so confused by like hydraulics and like
Oh,
when Hector, Hector and him was driving in the car, like that was whatever. And then like the big worm ice cream truck, like we had the ice cream truck, but it wasn't nobody like big worm driving, like with
mm-mm,
rollers in their hair and stuff.
mm-mm.
I don't know. I guess I probably didn't think about it that complex as a child that was watching
Mhm.
Friday when I probably shouldn't have been. But I mean, everybody was watching Friday. How could you not?
Right.
But yeah, it was like in hindsight, like the way that they were dressed and like the bike riding and all of that stuff is like still kind of what you see as a visualization of what happens on the West Coast now.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
so I think they did a great job of like keeping it authentic. Like the house truly is in LA, right? Because I know
Yeah.
people go to the house and take pictures or whatever. It's like the house is still standing. But yeah, like it wasn't like sometimes you see movies that are set in a place but
Right.
filmed
Somewhere else.
somewhere
Right.
else. And no, like it seemed like it
Mhm.
was like that really was the corner store they went
Yeah. And
to.
fun fact, a lot of them, pretty much everybody had on blue because it was a crib neighborhood, if I understand that correctly. If I remember
Wow.
correctly. Yeah. So it's them politics when you know what I'm saying, especially out there
Ooh,
when you filming and stuff like that.
you gonna
Yeah.
have me go back and watch it tonight.
I know, right? Debo had on blue, Craig had
Right.
on blue. I think Smokey had on like
Debbie
black or
had on
something.
blue.
Only person that didn't have on blue, I feel like, was Felicia. She had on like maroon.
She
But
did.
she was a hype though. So that kind of like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
She
Her
get a
hair
pass.
wasn't done. Yeah, you know what I'm
She
saying?
get a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you think about? Did you think that deeply into like
I
California?
I didn't, and I feel like with like Boys in the Hood and stuff like that, like because that was in California too,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I remember that. I remember going to see that at the drive-in. So
Oh
I
wow.
never really thought that deep into it. It was just the thing of this is
Mhm.
Friday, like that was it.
Yeah.
I never thought that much into it ever.
It was pretty interesting to me just like how they talked. I was like, wow, this is really different. They don't sound like they from down the street.
And get your ass up. It ain't even wet over here.
Yeah, over here. You better get in the core. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember my cousin them they from St. Louis, and when they would come up for the summer and stuff, and they would be very her and come her and and I would just be like, that
Yeah.
just sounds so silly. But when we would go down there and everybody was talking like that, I was like, so
Yeah.
this is real. They're not just faking or doing
No.
this when they come up there. I'm like, everybody do this. So
And it's
Yeah.
like, man, your accent is crazy. It's like, I got an accent. It's like,
uh-huh.
Right.
yeah,
People
but
say that
yeah.
about people from Chicago all the
Oh, for
time.
sure. My homie
Yeah.
from Houston, I'd be like, yeah, we finna get in a car. He said, car. What's a car? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I get that all the time too. But then I'm thinking too, like, I wonder how many people that were in the movie were just locals. Because
Mm,
everybody was kind of a star or like at least
mhm.
an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't even know. Maybe them kids that was at the ice cream truck
The girl, one of the
or
girls
little
was like
Chris,
Megan Good or something, wasn't
Megan
it?
Okay.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah,
Megan
Yeah.
Good
make it
was in
good
it.
for sure.
Maybe little Chris now or Hector.
There's a
Right.
lot of
Yeah.
somebody.
Possibly. You know, one of the reasons why I always love Craig is because of his self control and how like disciplined he was. Because even though we looked up their ages now, they seem younger because we're older, or whatever. But he was always. It just seemed like he was just like always thinking and like, okay,
Yeah.
what's going to be the next move?
Hmm.
Like not going like emotionally, just when he wasn't high, I should say.
Hmm.
He
Yeah.
ain't be letting people know.
I mean, he knew it was wrong not to have a job. I think Smokey was comfortable
Oh
in not
yeah.
having a job. Like he got up and he just happened to be selling boxes.
Yeah, exactly. One of the other prompts that came up was loyalty is tested in hard times, and I feel like towards the end of the movie, this was before the fight and everything like that. You could really notice a change in Smokey when he's like, "Man, you know what? Like, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna handle it."
I get dealt with. I get dealt with. I'm sorry. Even though that was like the serious part of the movie, it's funny. If I get dealt with, I just get dealt with. Dang, shot. Like I'm never saying if I get dealt with in the context
Yeah,
of shot that it's
right,
okay.
right,
No.
yeah.
Big
That is
gun, big
that is
stick, big.
funny.
I don't give a damn.
No, he said you get out my house though with all
Right.
that.
Yeah, he did. he knew he was wrong, and he knew he
Mhm.
got Craig into some mess.
Mhm.
And did he go home at that point? Yeah, he went home.
I think he
Craig went
did.
in the
Yeah.
house. Yeah,
Mhm.
he was just like, but like, imagine waiting, like somebody saying, "Look, I'm gonna come over here at 10 o'clock. You ain't got my money or my bud.
Mm.
Killing
I'm
you
killing you
and
and
him.
him." Like, what? What? That
Yeah.
was stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Them
that's real
brothers
stress.
were in. That was trauma.
That's real trauma.
He just
Yeah.
Right?
lost his job.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that
Mhm.
is crazy. What so I feel like I feel like now, especially because BET played it, like they play it so much. We just have it like readily available. It's just that's just kind of crazy. Like
yeah.
streaming, and you know what I'm saying, cable and everything like that.
Yeah, we
But it
had
was
the
a
tape and the DVD. That's just like, it's just
dang.
always gonna be in your home, with one way or
Yeah.
another.
I wonder if my mom still got eyes. I'm sure.
Who was I know Ice Cube wrote it, but was he also the director?
No, it was F. Gary Gray.
Oh, F. Gary Gray. Oh
Yeah.
yes. Oh, who did Straight Outta Compton? He did Set It Off. I didn't know he did Set. Man, he had a it was cracking for him. He did Set It Off the next year.
Oh dang.
And then the Negotiator in 1998. Man, he was going too crazy.
And I don't know why I always got him, because he was in the store.
Oh yeah.
Sleep,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Him and Ezel look alike.
They do kind of
Ezel
look
passed
alike. That is
away.
hilarious. Yeah, he did pass away. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else that you want to talk about for Friday, or any other points? This one, there was another one. It
Mine
said
is kind of
Friday.
like,
Yeah, go for it.
what's your favorite scene?
I like when he was trying to stop the car. Smokey was trying to stop the car,
Yeah.
and he had to use his foot.
Scraping that foot along the side. Oh my God. Because Craig was like, stop the motherfucker.
D-Zam.
Right.
Oh, I can't think of what, because they all, it's just the sisters at the beginning banging on that damn door is hilarious to me.
Oh.
That mama making all that food and him thinking he getting some, and she this ain't for you, this one banging pork chop, sausage, bacon,
Yeah.
all that stuff, like,
And then about to go to work.
and about to go to work. You
He
going to
was
work on
be
that
knocked
heavy
out.
stomach.
Hook it up. This is not for you. You ain't getting nothing. And y'all ain't got no milk.
No, and you knew that when you picked that up, but it's
You knew it.
you knew that.
It's
And why
very
y'all got
nice.
that quart of milk anyway? Well, how much that? Silly.
Right. They had a court. I could think of two. The Bernie Mac scene.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, drugs at 74th Street back. That, and then
Seeing.
because it's different cuts of the movie. So like, I feel like the extended cut, the
Mhm.
part when he closed the refrigerator and the daddy was eating them grapes, every
Mhm.
time I come in the kitchen, you in the
You in
kitchen.
the kitchen.
That just was always so funny to me. The way he was picking his teeth, it just like, dang, y'all ain't got nothing in here. Clearly, mama done cooked everything. I'm looking for some cereal. But first, I got an uncle that used to do a big old bowl like that of cereal.
Dang.
I
But
just
like,
don't want to
he
put water
the
on
whole
cereal.
gallon. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not.
want that. I don't
I'm
want.
not putting.
I'd rather have dry cereal before I put
Right.
water on cereal.
We'll eat it
Yeah.
as a snack.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I don't
No,
want to do that.
no other liquids either. Ugh.
Mm-mm.
That make my stomach turn.
Mm-mm.
No, Friday's a great movie.
Yes, I love Friday.
And
Brian, did you say yours? I'm sorry.
yeah, I said a couple. But also when Smokey mama was, yes I did, girl. Yes I did.
Damn, Smoke, what you doing knocking like you the police? I'm in here on the phone. She got my key. She rolled them eyes so hard.
Cock ass self.
That's how
With all
somebody
the
I know was laughing when they was in the hospital. And I was like, you are low
uh-huh.
down.
Yes, it is. No, and then why she have all them different size braids? Did y'all ever notice that?
I
Uh,
never
A
noticed
big
that.
braid, small braid, curly.
uh-huh.
Like, girl, what is they doing in your head?
Joanne, she did that herself.
She did not. Well, I'm sure she cared about Smokey because she came outside when they was fighting. Because it was
Mm,
gunshots.
yeah.
But Smokey had a lizard in his room
No.
Yeah.
and all kind of drug paraphernalia.
And
All
smoked in his
kind of.
room.
Right.
His name was Smokey.
Literally. Literally.
Uh, I
Oh,
think John Witherspoon, he was saying that everybody got paid like $5,000, all of the actors for the first Friday, and
Mm,
then it like totally blew up.
yeah.
So he said next Friday he got like $1 million. But
damn.
that's the
Hot
importance
sauce
of
on my
just
burrito, baby.
right. That's
Sure
the
look
importance
good to
of
me.
believing in like real raw talent and stuff. Because that was the
Mhm.
first movie that he wrote, Ice Cube. And in the
Yeah.
NWA movie, he had like left NWA and you know what I'm saying, went
Mm-hmm.
on to other stuff, and that's a classic. He's had a really impeccable career for real.
Right. And there was a part two, part three. And they
Exactly.
saying that there might be a last Friday. I feel like they were saying that my whole life.
Man, what they've been saying that since
Would y'all want that?
Yeah.
I would because also
Yeah.
next Friday after next, it was a while after next Friday. It was like
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't as long as like this, but I think so. Next Friday had to come out in what, like 2001 or something
We
like
can look
that.
it up. Yeah, we did Friday After Next even go to the theaters?
Yeah, it did.
I don't know.
Holy
Child.
moly donut shop. That's a classic too.
Yeah, so Friday came out in 95. Um Next Friday came out in 2000 and Friday After Next
2000.
came out in 2002.
Oh, 2002. That's not that much of a gap. I thought it was like '05 or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, 2002. Yeah, but even the last Bad Boys movie was really, really good. And that came out in like 2024. The one before that, Bad Boys 2 came out in like 2000. When was Shake Your Tail Feather? Whenever that was, it was a big gap. And then the first Bad Boys was a big gap. So I'm saying it can work with big gaps. It just has to be done right.
It just has to be good.
It has to be good. But um Ice Cube is he's a really good writer and director and you know what I'm saying, all of those things. So actor. So
Did y'all know that Michael Clark Duncan was in it?
Friday?
Yeah, I guess he was over there rolling dice with Debo now.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. You want some of this too? Oh man.
Mm,
No.
nope.
That is funny. Yeah, so that's what I got for Friday in this life lessons, heavy and light. So yeah.
What about the soundtrack? Y'all remember the soundtrack at all?
I don't really remember the soundtrack. Clearly he does. You look like you in FYE
I'm
listening
in
to the
five. I'm
demo.
in five
All
records.
right. I remember that song. The song at the beginning. I ain't gonna sing it. Um, yeah, that song. And then what was at the end?
Mm-hmm.
Something right after, because the last scene is Smokey saying, "I was just bullshitting."
That's a
It was a
song.
rap song, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Dang, Friday a classic.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Always.
Yeah. Thank you, B.
Yes, yes.
For sure.
Good old Friday. We should watch Friday and make up our beds and report our Uber drivers.
Yeah,
I'm
we
still
should.
gonna do that, and I
We
That's
won't
what
do
we
the.
should
should.
do.
But that's a part of being one. But I feel like that's a pretty decent. That's a pretty decent setup.
What?
You watching Friday?
Oh,
Get
yeah.
your bed.
Yeah.
Uber driver did what you needed him to do, him or her, or they to
That's a good
do.
night. It's a
It's a
good
good
night if you ask me.
same.
I agree.
Well, all right, y'all. Thank you for listening to us millennials talk about whatever be on our mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Go watch Friday, make your bed. Put us on. No, put us on first. No, watch Friday first, then put us on.
Yeah,
Right. For the recap.
because I feel
And
like when
we'll,
you watch Friday as an adult, it's just different.
it is different. Yeah.
It
Still
is.
funny, still funny, just different.
We'll see y'all back here next week.
Bye.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, not yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. West.
Oh,
That's funny.
don't be throwing up. Don't be throwing
I
up.
just throw up the W's. That's it. For the West Side. That's it.
Oops.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see y'all next week.